Have you ever stood in a room full of people who admire you, thinking, if they only knew the truth, they'd realize I'm a total fraud? You smile, you hit your targets, and you say, I'm fine, with such conviction that everyone believes you. But inside, you're waiting for the moment the mask slips. Psychologists call this imposter syndrome, and it's not just being humble, it's a psychological prison. Today, we're going to flip the script on why you feel like a fake and how to finally own your success.
First, let's look at the biology. Imposter syndrome often triggers the amygdala, your brain's alarm system. When you succeed, instead of feeling safe, your brain perceives the new expectations as a threat. It's a glitch in our evolution. Research shows that high achievers are actually more likely to feel this way. It's called the Dunning-Kruger effect in reverse. The more you know, the more you realize what you don't know, leading you to underestimate your own competence while overestimating everyone else's. You're not a fraud. You're just highly aware of the gap between where you are and perfection. But why the mask? Why do we pretend to be okay when we're drowning? For many, I'm fine is a survival mechanism. Psychologists suggest this often stems from conditional self-worth, the belief that you are only lovable as long as you are performing perfectly. If you show a crack, you fear the love or respect will vanish. Think about it. If you're a high-functioning imposter, you aren't running from failure. You're running from the shame of being seen as human. But as Abraham Maslow once implied, true growth only happens when we stop hiding in our shadows and start stepping into our light. We live in an era of curated reality. On social media, everyone is winning. This constant comparison creates a pluralistic ignorance, where we all privately doubt ourselves but assume everyone else is confident because that's what they project. We are a society of actors watching other actors, all wondering when the play will end. So how do we stop pretending? First, label the feeling. Next time that voice says, you're a fraud, say, that's my imposter syndrome talking. Naming it takes away its power. Second, focus on facts, not feelings. Feelings are not facts. Your achievements are data points. You didn't get lucky 10 times in a row. That's called a pattern of competence. Third, the power of vulnerability. The moment you tell someone you trust, I feel like I don't know what I'm doing, the mask loses its weight. Vulnerability is the ultimate antidote to the imposter. Conclusion. You don't need to be perfect to be worthy. You don't need to be okay to be successful. The most authentic version of you isn't the one who has all the answers. It's the one who's brave enough to admit they're still learning. The next time someone asks how you are, you don't have to give a performance. Just be you. Because a whole person is always more beautiful than a perfect mask.